What it do, YouTube? What it do? I did a video the other day. It was about 3 Nazis pulling up to Fig. I guess they figured that since the Hoovers got Rico, that nobody will be outside. But boy was they wrong. A lot of people told me that I made the whole story up, that they're not blaming blacks for the death of Charlie Kirk. So let's get into it. Here's the protest at Huntington Beach.
Charlie Kirk! Charlie Kirk! Charlie Kirk!
As the white population continues to be replaced with a population of non-white, non-Southeast Southerners who hate us, it becomes more and more dangerous for us here every day. Every time you go somewhere as a family unit, with your wife and your children, you're surrounded by people that look nothing like you and have disdain for you.
They said white people fight back, but against who? They said our race is under attack, but under attack against who? In the protest, they even told people to grab their guns. In reality, they wanted to say Mexican and blacks, but the reason they didn't mention them is because they would have been labeled as a terrorist group. The feds would have been on their ass, so they were smart enough to know what to say and what not to say.
White men fight back, white men fight back. Here's what I don't understand. I'm looking at this rally where they're honoring Charles Kirk.
White man fight back! White man fight back! White man fight back!
I'm trying to understand that. White men fight back against what? Black people didn't have anything to do with this. White men fight back. First of all, what happened to him was horrible, but what does white men fight back mean? I think it was a white man that did this whole thing. So what are you saying white men fight back? Time to blame black people for what? This shit happened in Utah. There were no black people around. I've been to Utah. Not a lot of black people there.
A lot of people feel like that they're using the death of Charlie Kirk in order to do what they was intended to do in the first place. He said blacks is getting blamed for the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. It doesn't matter that the shooter was white. People are still gonna point the finger at them.
I don't know where they're getting this chant from. White men fight back. What are you fighting back against yourself? All of a sudden, black people are being blamed for what? Now HBCUs have to close their campuses because of threats. Of what? Threats of what? Why are you f***ing with black people? What did black people have anything to do with this Utah shit? All of a sudden you conjure up black people. It's always black people are in danger. HBCU campuses are closing because they didn't do a motherfucking thing. That makes no sense to me. We're in danger now because we didn't do nothing.
Almost every team in the NFL paid homage to Charlie Kirk. Only 4 teams refused, which was the Bengals, Ravens, Colts, and Lions. A lot of people got fired from their jobs because they spoke bad about Charlie on social media. Well, this preacher right here said enough is enough. He said Charlie was a racist. He had no compassion for the death of others. So why should we have compassion for him?
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half-staff calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. Tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life.